Hey everyone, I'm Michael.
And I'm Justin, and we're Prego Italia, living our Italian dream here on YouTube. And we are having part 2 of episode 4, so stay tuned.
Buongiorno. Allora, vi presento le mie specialità. Abbiamo il torrone di cioccolato, è tutto cioccolato morbidissimo. Abbiamo i baci di rame, le francesine, sfoglia, cannoli alla siciliana, tiramisù, torta al cioccolato, crostata, marmellata e poi zuppette, eccetera, eccetera, abbinato ad un buon caffè di orzo, cioccolato caldo, bibite fresche e poi solamente dovete venire a provare per assaggiarli.
Ti amo, Savannah. Ti amo. Bravo, deliciosa. And we look forward to all the fun next steps, learning the language. I do not speak very good Italian.
I speak poco.
I'm learning, forgive me if you're Italian and I'm chopping your language. I'm learning as we go, but I'm speaking to you in English here for my audience. But we have the culture we immerse ourselves into, and we look forward to enjoying and respecting the Italian culture and becoming citizens.
The one thing that I will say on the Italian language and learning, it was just one of those, ooh, shucks, just missed it moments. We actually just got our Carta di Identità, I believe it was the other day, last week, the plastic one. And the funny part is you actually need that plastic card to go and get involved in the Italian school,
free with the
Italian
comune
school.
For foreigners.
So that school started, I believe, October.
At the beginning, we just missed it because
22nd, wasn't it?
We had a paper that was like in the process of getting it, but that you actually need the plastic card to actually go through the bureaucracy of technicalities.
So I guess we're not able to do that until next
the
year.
next session. Well, the next session. But Rosetta Stone.
Rosetta
we
Stone.
We go to town on that one. Ooh, that wasn't a plug, but it's been helpful for us. Duolingo is helpful. Quite a few apps.
I would actually say for anybody wanting to learn just, basic Italian, Duolingo actually is very helpful. It's the one that I started off with.
Well, you also pick up a little here and there, and if you're like me, you pick up all the dirty words first. Who doesn't, right?
They don't offer that on
Yeah,
Duolingo.
see, those aren't offered. That's the street language. I'm always like,
that's what
okay.
he does on his own spare time.
Exactly.
Yes.
Don't laugh. Even so, the way I do it too is like cheetah danza for the. I would think of I go cheetah, the animal, and then Tony Danza, and then my mind goes, oh, cheetah danza. So it's weird, but that's why I put it together. I should teach language, right? Woo! But anyway, so there's a lot of fun ahead, and we'll go through those steps to hopefully help everybody wonder how do you just pop in Italy and stay there.
But with that said, we are now going to segue off of the Juris Linguinis, and we are going to answer some other questions. So one question that we have been asked by both people in America before we moved and Italians since we've been here is, why did we want to move to Italy?
Hello, who doesn't, right?
Yeah. So the one response I have to that is, why would you not want to move to Italy?
It's wonderful. That speaks for itself. That's a no-brainer if you're watching this channel. It's obviously you're seeking out Italian information, but also I guess it's not just because I can be a dual citizenship situation. We love it anyway. The culture, it's gorgeous, it's beautiful. I think it's paradise on earth. We've been now to Sicily. We've been obviously everywhere you go, around every corner. Oh my gosh, the beauty you just can't get enough. If the topography, the coastlines, the mountains, it's just, I guess, coming from America, geographically, I guess it's as big as Arizona, even though it looks more like California or Florida shape-wise. But it's, if you've traveled within your own state, if you're in Arizona, hello, you can do the whole state, and see it. So that's the same with Italy. There's no reason not to see tip to toe, and you just see it all because it's wonderful, and you can do those day trips.
But going back as to why we personally wanted to move here, I think the fact was that both of us have, for the past couple of years before moving here,
and not just
we were very, very wanderlust. We were very, very we were seeking an adventure. We were seeking something new. We wanted to sort of just...
Yeah, for me, my ancestry, and I know yours because we've done the DNA things, it's all European based. So it's maybe it's in my roots. It's Swedish on my dad's side, German, English, Italian, a mix of fun things, and Michael's mostly as well. Yeah, so maybe just you feel part of your genetics or something, or just feel at home and sparkle in those situations. Love America, don't get us wrong, but we sought a change and
an adventure.
Exactly. We had the opportunity to do it, and we're glad we did. And we don't look back, and just every day, like I said, I say it's like, not to be Disneyland for grown-ups, but just to us, it just fills our life with such joy. We can't talk enough about how the food is wonderful and healthy, the people, the hospitality. We could go on and on about that, as I think you'll get the hint through our videos. Our passion for loving Italy comes through.
I think the main thing is we both just wanted to experience change.
Together.
A change together. The fact was things had become, and I guess the word that I would use is complacent. Mm-hmm. We were both so complacent in our American life.
We're not going to bash on America.
We're not going to bash on it. We're
always.
Americans at heart, but things had become complacent, and we needed sort of to
live
expand and
living our Italian dream.
Exactly.
That sums it up.
The next question that we are going to be addressing is, had we been to Italy before doing this move?
Well, actually, I was very fortunate. I was in the music industry for a very long time, and I got to travel and see quite a lot of Europe, and I always had a dream someday I must live in Europe, because I came alive here. I loved it. And my darling husband, before we were together, did you travel?
I had traveled outside of America only to Mexico, and it was like, just the parts that you would do on the Carnival cruise ships, so it was very, very limited. I had seen different parts of America. We together had done California, Florida, Savannah,
most of the U.S.
Massachusetts.
Actually,
we've seen most.
But tell about your movies. Okay, he had, like so many Americans, you have to name the film, but there's certain films that were people escaping to Italy
those two
with the
films,
heroines.
those two films.
And I think
actually one of the funny things that I noticed was
Diane.
when we were on the plane ride over here, I was watching the movie Under the Tuscan Sun.
Yes.
And it was actually very, very funny to me, because as I was watching it, I kept saying to myself, I never noticed it before, but it was like, well, okay, so she didn't really have to learn Italian. She was in Italy, but they all spoke English to her. It was just completely...
And the book is nothing like the
funny.
movie?
Yes, the book, nothing like the movie.
But yeah, so many American, usually ladies, have the whole Diane Lane character
I guarantee
fantasy.
you I'm not a lady.
This one's Diane, because he dreamed of,
but I think
that was his favorite movie.
Yeah,
and Pray Love, right?
So no, I'd never, now that I've been...
We didn't embarrass you.
I'm sure kind of embarrassed.
Through movies he had
possibly insulted, I'm not sure.
Through your movies he had the Italian itch, the dream.
I had never been to Italy before, never really been too much of anywhere before. My mom and my sister had actually taken a vacation to Italy 4 years
so
prior
they bragged to him how much
moving
they
there.
loved it.
They bragged how much they loved it, and my mom had said she would love to live here. So when we had the chance to live here, it just was, Justin had asked me.
Did you have your haha bitches moment?
No.
I'm going. No.
Justin had asked me if I wanted to move to Italy when we were selling one of our houses, and my initial reaction was yes, yes. So yes.
So this one, as you can tell, he just thought of the food and everything, and he was all ready to go. So
that's true.
What a man.
Okay, so the next question we're going to be addressing is how to buy a house.
So many people wonder, how do I buy a house as an American? Because I know, like, when you're coming from
America.
I know. Oh, in Italy. If you're an American, you know, a lot of people, especially in California, are familiar with like people buying houses in Mexico, and then there's some legalities where you have to be a Mexican citizen to own property, or you have to have a lease. Special thing with in Mexico, for instance, for like a trust to own it. So people get confused and think it's the same in Europe. So it isn't. You can officially own your home. I will speak of Italy now, not the rest of the EU. I'm sure its procedures are very similar, if not the same. So that I believe they reciprocate with if an Italian can buy in America, and then you can American can buy in Italy. Something more or less like that line. So yes, you can. You can purchase outright. You can purchase in cash. I believe some people can qualify for mortgages, but that's probably complicated being from another country.
From what I have heard, mortgages are an option. However, they are
complicated, but check into that.
Check into it.
Exactly. So buying cash, so that's a separate situation and stuff. So there's, once again, anything too detailed, please check with professionals. We are not attorneys, etc., and we don't claim to be. Oh boy, we
are not attorneys.
We are not attorneys. Yeah, you're so cute. But I think they can tell that though. Legally blonde. So anyway,
wow.
Yes, I went there. Anyway, so the situation.
And we've had no drinking this morning, by the way.
We're doing cappuccinos. Even though, don't laugh, we had a relative visit, they had a beer at 8 in the morning, so you can't have beer, I guess, at this time in Italy, but we are having our cappuccinos, so we swear. But to make a long story short, oops, I'll leave that, I'm not embarrassed. Anyway, yes, you can own a home in Italy, and the procedure is, it's not too complicated. You must get a codice fiscale, which you can apply for through a consulate in America before you come, or you can have someone actually assist you at this end through power of attorney, or you can go, like my mom did, take her down to, I'm not even going to slaughter the name of the office in Italian, in your area, regional area, for instance, was just about 30 minutes away in another town, and you go with an appointment to an office, going with my mom, presented her passport, and they actually gave her an Italian number on the spot, and there was no charge. And that was great. We did ours ahead of time with the help of a POA, of someone getting it for us. So that is an easy step to do, not too complicated, and you can do it through a consulate if you're home and want to go that route. So it's Codice Fiscale, we'll type that at the bottom. So you do need that as a requirement. It's not, I would say, like a tax ID number situation maybe would be the closest to our social security card, but you don't have to be a resident or a citizen to have it. It's for purchasing cell phones here, cars. You need it for pretty much everything you do as an identifier number, and that's included for a purchase with a house. So it's something you need in Italy.
Correct.
Even not as a tourist who I'm going shopping or something, but for high ticket items and stuff, they will ask it even at stores for certain items, like an air conditioner.
Or we actually went to a store called Uniera,
which is similar to a Best Buy in America.
And we went in to buy a fan, just floor fan.
I think that was the HVAC units. Yes. That was it's like a higher ticket item they asked for. I don't know the threshold, but that's when they asked for what's your codice fiscale. Right. So it's just the thing that they require. So that you do need to purchase a home. And then you would need, obviously, if you come in person, you would need your passport and your situations like that, the cash.
And if you're wanting to buy at home before you make the trip over, I know there are a lot of people who do that.
You can get a trustworthy realtor.
There are trustworthy realtors to work with, and there are several sites online where you're going to be able to actually see the properties.
Mm-hmm. Do word of mouth, do your research, make sure the realtors that you work with are reputable in any situation that's in America or anywhere else. Oh, we're getting our second cappuccino, so I could be more caffeine wise. Thank you so much. And we're here today, and it's owned by the gorgeous Silvana. We love her. She's owned this Patisseria Gerosa for 40 years. But we'll give a plug on that separately. We love her. So, do you want to come on camera, or are you camera shy? Come say hi. Come say hi. Oh, she's so cute. She's so cute. But we'll meet her another time. I know we will. Thank you, darling. So when buying a house, we would suggest that you do your research. In America, we have realtor.com, zillow.com, and such. So over here, we will put the typing idealista.com or .it, excuse me, is a favorite. And mobiliary.it. There's a couple different ones that you can check with, and it's a great thing. You can pretty much, everybody in this day and age, you're familiar to looking online, and you can either work with an agent that you picked, or you can just call each listing agent and set up situations. It depends on what you prefer to do. We always suggest you ask around, word of mouth, and don't just willy-nilly pick anybody. Word of mouth on anything, and that goes for any country you live in, any city. So you can purchase a home. It is a procedure you go through. In America, for instance, you would go through your realtor, then you would go to a title escrow company, and in some states you would use realty attorneys depending on the state. I'm speaking from California. But you would go, and that's your situation of closing. Here it's a little different. There's a noteo, is that how you say it in Italian?
Notaio?
Yes, I guess translates to notary, but it's not like a California or US notary where you just walk in the bank and anybody notarizes, with a stamp. This is an official person, similar, I guess, to a real estate attorney type of situation. Also, title escrow, all combined. It's a professional title, and they're very respected. And they would be the people that handle the sale and do the title checks, everything for you. And the realtor pushes this to that next step, and they do the closing and they hold the escrow. And in Italy, though, you deposit the 10% to the seller direct. Once you do that, it is theirs. And if they choose to back out for any reason or something, they owe you double the deposit. So that's an interesting Italian law too. So that goes directly to the person, and then the rest of the escrow is handled through the noteo. And excuse me if I pronounce wrong, please pardon. And that person is very highly respected as like an attorney. So it's not like, oh, when you hear it's notary and it's like, oh, Judy down at my local bank with her little stamp. It's not like that. It is a very official title here that they really are highly respected.
Right.
And that's your procedure. Then you would get the money wired internationally, which is its own fun thing, because there's always like a good week holdup from wiring funds to the U.S. for the government checks. And so that, you have to account for that for your closing. It's not like you're just getting the movies, like show up with here I am to buy a house and it's mine in a day. So there is a procedure. It can go quicker or slower depending on your length of escrow, and then you get the key, then the house is yours. It's as simple as that. So it is possible, folks. Yes, you can purchase your home in Italy, and it's a rewarding process. It's fun, and it's wonderful, and it's enjoyable. And like anything, there's challenges. I'm sure people have horror stories, but check out who you're working with. That's the most important thing. Okay?
Exactly.
We don't want to sugarcoat anything. All life has challenges.
Exactly.
It's just what you make of it.